Today I'd like to speak about fear, and really what fear is. Fear is, well, what I like to call an acronym: false evidence appearing real. And what I mean by that is, in our minds, we think of fear and we think that it's this overwhelming feeling of not good enough, or that it manifests itself in this real feeling of not being able to do what's in front of you. But if you really think of the word fear and the acronym false evidence appearing real, as I've gone through my life and felt that very way and have faced many fearful things, I pause and I remember what I was taught: false evidence appearing real. Is this fear that I'm facing real? Is it evident? Or is it my mind manifesting this fear? So if you can remember that fear, and sometimes that there is validity in fear. A healthy fear is good. It's your little voice inside that says there's something not right. And it's important that you differentiate between that little voice and what your mind projects in that false evidence appearing real. When I go into a meeting or I speak in front of an audience and the fear sets in and I tighten and I tense and my mind goes to that place, I take a deep breath. And I remember, this is just false evidence appearing real. I recenter my mind. And I remember this saying. There are many wonderful sayings and things that you can do to retrain your brain. You know, in talking about fear, one of the other tools I use is really writing it out. What is my fear? There's something to be said in writing out these fears. I am in fear of talking in front of an audience. I'm in fear of going to work. I'm in fear of going in the shopping center and going through the aisle with all the booze in it. I can't do it. You know, some of the tools that are some of the greatest is, as I said, writing it out. Write your fears out. It takes the power out of them. Again, it goes back to false evidence appearing real. When you look at the paper and you see it for what it is, it helps you to take the power out of it. Read through it, constantly saying to yourself, this is just false evidence appearing real. When you look at those words upon the paper, it helps to take the power out of that fear. Stand in the mirror and say to yourself, this is what I'm afraid of. This is my fear. Why am I afraid? Break it down. Reiterate to yourself, this is nothing more than my mind creating fear. You can't have fear and faith at the same time. You have to have faith in yourself to know that you can overcome this fear. In some of the ways I've discussed today, these are the tools that you can overcome your fear, to be the best you, to be fearless, to be faithful, to not live in the shadow of what you want to be, but what you can be. It's been a pleasure speaking with you today, and I look forward to seeing you again. Remember, fear is just false evidence of being real.